this weekend I'm gonna see Godzilla -1, and
That's exciting.
yeah, it's got like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes from both critics and audiences, so that sounds promising. And then last weekend I saw Napoleon, and I had to walk out of the theater because I could not understand what the heck anybody was saying. Because nowadays in Hollywood, everybody muffles their voices, and it's like Nicole wants us to go to AMC's to watch movies, but you can't turn on subtitles to understand anything that they're saying. So it's like, why do these actors mumble all the time? They like want to sound realistic or something, and I just keep turning to my friends. We're all turning to each other. We're like, what did he just say? What did he say?
It's not helped by like the Nolan sound mixing either. Like,
Oh,
I don't know if you're
yeah.
familiar with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's aggravating.
I could not watch not Interstellar. No, I love Interstellar. The other one, the one that just came out. What was the one? Oppenheimer. God, I could not understand a word anybody was saying, and I think it's because those IMAX cameras are super. Anyway, what are we talking about? Is this our introduction? Oh, this is our.
Probably not. No.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the Pokebeach.com podcast. My name is John. I go by Water Pokemon Master on the website, and I am joined as always by the wonderful
Justin Basil of JustinBasil.com.
And we've got some news to talk about this week. So let's
What? No way.
get into it. What should we start with?
We should start with something awesome. I don't know what that will be yet.
Uh,
We did get some information that's interesting.
what did we get?
That Maasti EX deck gave us some information, or the deck the box rather.
Okay, you want to start with that? What did it give? Okay, so there's going to be a new how do you pronounce it? I was saying in my head, because it's like it's that Pokemon's name, it's like the mob and a boss and a Mastiff dog. So it's like,
Yeah, Mabostiff.
oh, is that how you say Mabostiff?
It's like Mabostiff.
Yeah, Mabostiff. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So Mabostiff EX Box, a new Mabostiff EX Box was revealed for February. It'll cost $21.99, released February 23rd, and as is typical of EX boxes, it'll come with the configuration will be a Mabostiff EX Jumbo card, a promo card, and a Mastiff, its pre-evolution, as a holo promo card. It was from Paldea Evolved. 4 booster packs and a code card. And this Mabostiff EX was originally given out in gym tournaments in April. So what are you going to say about it? What were you going to say?
So this should be an indication that Mabostiff is not in our Paldean Fates set. That helps those who are kind of trying to figure out what's in the set realize that it is not, in fact, or most likely not in the set.
I thought they already figured
That's the information it gives us.
I thought they already figured out the set list on the forums.
People think they have. They haven't. They haven't.
What do you know? Do you know something?
Every time everybody's confident on their set lists, they're wrong.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Let's quickly go over the EX battle decks, since we just we're doing the new products that were revealed yesterday. Okay, so there's going to be new EX battle decks featuring Melmetal EX or Houndoom EX, both from Obsidian Flames. As usual, they'll cost $9.99. They'll release February 23rd, and they're just like previous. The product has the same configuration as previous EX battle decks, where you get like a deck box and yada yada yada, the coin. And these EXs are kind of an interesting choice for these decks because they're not very good.
Actually, it makes perfect sense to me because these were both part of like a battle deck set in Japan, were they not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that makes perfect sense to me.
I guess it's
they're not good.
It's good for new players.
Yeah, it gets these cards a chance to actually see a little bit of play in the hands of new players because they will not see play competitively. They're just not good.
Yeah, they're level 1 products, so these are basically theme decks, or what we used to have as theme decks.
Yeah, they're the modern equivalent of a theme deck.
Right. In that, it's funny how long it took for EX or for theme decks to feature EX, Pokemon EX, or any of the. It was always like baby cards.
Yeah, just remember back before theme decks even had complete evolution lines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
so it's nice.
We're gonna have a bunch of broken evolution lines and 30 energy. Go.
Yep. But they have rectified that in recent years. All right, and then one of the bigger stories of the week is that the Combined Powers Premium Collection was also revealed yesterday, as many people figured out. It's coming with the unique cards from Pokemon TCG Classic. Well, I guess TPCI had previously announced that, but these are the Lugia EX, Ho-Oh EX, Suicune EX, and Mr. Mime that were in the Pokemon TCG Classic, along with the 3 tool cards that you can attach to Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur to allow them to do 100 more damage. None of these cards are tournament legal because they do not have regulation marks. That's the same case with the cards from TCG Classic. These cards are also all going to be holo. We don't know yet if they're going to have the same holo as TCG Classic. I'm assuming they would because they probably printed them all at the same time, but I don't know if they're going to try to make them like different to make TCG Classic more special, as in like they have like the typical holo that we get these days. Not the kind that we got in TCG Classic, but that remains to be seen.
In addition to not having a regulation mark, it's something worth pointing out. If you look at the Lugia image with the other one, you can actually see on the bottom card it still has the not tournament legal text on it.
Yeah,
these are very, very clear they're not tournament legal.
That's kind of interesting too that they even put that on there, because if they don't have regulation mark, they're not legal. But I guess they want to make it extra clear. But
well, I think it's actually good that they do that because, and I know some people throw a fit about it, especially collectors. But the biggest reason I think that they do that is because for the longest time, cards did not have regulation marks.
Yeah, so it's like
older cards prior to for English
people.
Releases, Sword and Shield base set, and for Japanese releases, Sun and Moon base set, they just didn't have anything, and so they're still legal for play.
This product will also come with 11 booster packs, and it'll cost $59.99. So, what do we think about this product? Like, I personally, I would get TCG Classic if it were free or $20, but it's not something I'm interested in spending $400 on, and it's the same kind of thing with this product. So, I mean, I like that Mr. Mime. I would maybe buy that individually.
I appreciate the fact that they're getting us the cards. I appreciate that much. I do not appreciate the fact that these cards are being released in this way. I would much rather them have been released as separate decks that you could buy. Yes, that devalues TCG Classic. Maybe they waited a year for something like this kind of a release, but this is just not the way to do this kind of release. None of these cards are tournament legal anyway. At least as a deck, they would still have some use. Like this, they're just shiny cardboard that can't be played.
Yeah, well, I guess this is more for collectors, and the other one was for both collectors and players. Maybe
do collectors even want this?
I would imagine so. I would think so. It's got that Mr. Mime in it that, we never got in America originally. So I don't know. I mean, collectors like everything that's got unique cards, I think. But anyway. All right. So that was the big product reveal of the week. Now, there goes off my phone. What's the next thing we want to talk about? Should we talk about... go ahead.
Let's hit the DLC news. Let's hit some different stuff.
Okay, so this week it was the latest trailer for the Indigo Disk was revealed. It'll come out December 14th. It just revealed like Koraidon and Miraidon can fly, which we kind of already knew before. There's going to be a new synchro machine that lets you walk around as your Pokemon in the games and like see the world from their perspective. And then you're also going to be able to capture a bunch of legendary Pokemon. So
I've just noticed synchro all throughout the article and in the title is missing an H.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you're right. How did that happen? Oh, that was, I guess it was posted at 6 a.m. Wow, I never make spelling mistakes. Oh my goodness. I'll have to fix that. But, yeah, so I'm more interested actually in, I like more for Pokemon games. I like the lore of it all. So I'm interested in how Terapagos is going to, what we're going to figure out about Terastallization, Terapagos, the Loyal 3, the supposed poison Pokemon that corrupted them. I want to learn I'm more interested in what's going to happen in the story. That's what I like. I like the
I just
lore.
want my turtle.
Yeah, it's so cute. I really like that turtle. I love
It's
what.
very cute. And I
Yeah,
like the I guess the terrestrial form of it also. It looks really cool.
yeah. It's very. I love the bushy tail like war turtle. I've always loved war turtle because of its bushy tail, and they did the same thing here, and it's got all the types on its shell.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in getting a plush of that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this DLC. Of course, I have to get through the current one. What's it called? Teal Mask. But
I was
for
about to
those
say I only just bought it the other day. I gotta still
oh
do it.
for those of you who don't know, the teal if I know a lot of TCG fans aren't necessarily into the video games, but it does inform what happens in the TCG. But like in the
Yeah.
Teal Mask, we find out that Ogre Pawn, which wears the mask, had its mask stolen by the Loyal Three, Pheasantipity, Okidoki, and Monkey Dory. And it's Ogre Pawn went to get the masks back and got into a battle with the three and killed them. And the villagers in Kitakami then thought Ogre-Pon was the bad guy, but it was actually the Loyal Three that are the bad guys. So it kind of got flipped around. And then in the Teal Mask, Ogre-Pon's reputation gets restored, and there's like a mystery with the Loyal Three because they're originally Pokemon that wanted to like look more beautiful or be more smart or whatever, and I think something gave them those chains around their necks. That's why they're poison type, to make them more beautiful or whatever. And in the games, there's like this little Pokemon sort of thing hidden off to the side, and it looks like it might be the Pokemon that corrupted them or influenced them or something. So some people are saying its name should be like Peachy Keen, because it's like they're all based off expressions that mean like, hey, everything's okay, like everything's peachy keen, or okie dokie, or okie dokie, or all their names are puns. So
Monkey Dory,
yeah. So anyway, so in the DLC, in the newest DLC, we're supposedly gonna find out about that Pokemon. We're gonna get some hopefully Paradox Entei, Paradox Terrakion to complete those trios, and an evolution of Diplin, which can have the Eviolite attached to it, which means that it can evolve. So in this DLC, we'll probably get its evolution. So I'm looking forward to this, and I want to learn more about Terapagos and all these Pokemon and the lore. So I'm excited. But I just have to finish up.
One thing that's cool and interesting to me too is that they're bringing all of the starter Pokemon back in this particular DLC. So like all of them from the very back, or from the very start of the game, right? So all the way back to Gen 1, which makes me wonder if maybe we'll get a set in the TCG that has all of the starters in it. That would be really, really cool.
That'd be cool. Well, they did that kind of. It seems the end games lately always have like a bunch of legendaries in them, or an easy way of getting a bunch of more harder to get Pokemon if you haven't played all the games. So like, what was it? We got Hoopa pulling in all the legendaries in was it Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? I'm having trouble remembering. But
I wasn't really playing back then. So
but it seems like the last sort of, maybe like the last part of a generation always tries to get people a bunch of Pokemon that they have had maybe trouble getting if they haven't been playing the games consistently. So this is a nice way of giving those to all of them. So
we got the Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Vulpix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you didn't play Sun and Moon. But okay, so that's, I think, it for that news.
And if you're watching this, before we switch over, if you're watching this, there are a couple of redemptions you can do in Scarlet and Violet to get a shiny Lucario and a Darkrai. So definitely hit those up. You can see them on Poke Portal. If you go there, it'll tell you the codes, and you can type those in and get your redemption.
Yep. All right. And what's our next story? Should we go into this?
Let's look at that design process article, because that was a long article.
Yeah. So Creatures, as part of the 2024 Illustrator contest, posted a column to the to their website that goes over kind of the back and forth that goes on between Pokemon TCG artists and Creatures when they're giving feedback on a Pokemon's card artwork, and it also discusses the design philosophy behind one illustrator, Atsushi Furusawa, and his Arcanine drawing from the 151 set. So in the article, I don't know, you want to try to summarize it?
No, you wrote it. How about it?
Okay. Well, I didn't write it. Well, I just basically pasted their article, but I posted it onto the website in case they delete it one day or something. But they just go back and forth giving him some interesting feedback about his Arcanine illustrations, and we see the process from start to finish. He starts with kind of like a general layout of what he's thinking of how to portray Arcanine, as you can see here, or if you go to the article. And then he sends them his first sort of draft illustration, creatures, and they give feedback. So it's mostly, the feedback is mostly about the Pokemon's design and how to make it look like Arcanine more correctly. So they're saying like, oh, this part of the mane should be a little fluffier. This ear should be longer. And then they also point out in the background that this Arcanine is standing in front of a mountain that sort of looks like Mount Coronet or Mount Fuji. And since 151 isn't supposed to really tie into Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl or Legends Arceus, they kind of tell him to make the mountain a little more generic looking so that it isn't associated with that. So they say like having a single mountain in the background looks like a specific mountain, say Mount Coronet or Mount Fuji. It'd be better to have a more generic mountain range. So it's just interesting because it shows the back and forth that goes on between creatures and how protective they are of their Pokemon designs and making them look correct. I think we pointed out in a previous episode that they're always apologizing on the official Pokemon card website whenever a Pokemon design gets messed up or something. Like there was a Chandelure card that just had like slightly off line work or something that on its face, and they were like posted a big apology about it. So they're very thing about making the artwork look correct. And here's another revision he sent to them, and then they said like, oh, right here, Arcanine's the tuft of hair on its head is a little too long. It looks like a ponytail. It should be shorter. And then you see how he revised it here to be shorter. So it's cool. You should read the article in detail. There's a lot of details in there that are interesting if you're into that sort of thing. So
these competitions are always so cool. You get to see the art that people have done. That's one of the things I love about the Pokemon trading card game. Not just the illustration contest, but just the art in general, especially the last
several
7-8 years or so. Yeah. It's gotten very good.
Mm-hmm. I think because it's making so much money now, they've probably have a lot more resources to put into talking to these illustrators and really working with them, because like somebody has to sit down and look at this Arcanine illustration and compare it to the model and really give detailed notes, and they have to do that for all these different sets all the time. And that's like what, 300-ish cards every 3 months. Like that's a lot of feedback.
For Japan, it's like 70.
No, 300 cards total over 3 months.
Yeah.
Because they have like
it's still a lot.
Yeah, so they have to really sit down with these artists and give them feedback and go through their agents and everything to contact them to even get them drawing. So it's a big process. It really makes you appreciate the art a lot more and what goes into it. But anyway,
it's a big difference from when we first started the TCG, where like 3/4 of the cards were stock art plastered on a stock background.
Ken Sugimori, I have it right here on my desk under the glass. Ken Sugimori art slapped on, and then you would get some Mitsuhiro Arita artwork, and then what's his name, Keiji Kinibuchi or whatever, who did the 3D art like Magneton and whatever.
Very Porygon. Very basic art back in the day.
Oh, that wasn't him, but
but it had a certain, I don't know, it had a certain aesthetic
charm. Well, the art,
it had a charm.
The artwork back then wasn't as readily available in things. It was maybe in strategy guides, but I loved seeing that artwork back in the day on the cards. But now it's like the stock artwork is everywhere. So if they do that now, it's just like you've seen it so many times.
It's not special.
Yeah, it's not special. But the old art, I think, was special because it was
like they do still use stock art here and there, but it's not as obvious and it's not as often.
Yeah, it's like when they have to.
There was a Cryogonal not too long ago.
Yeah, it's like I think it's when they
Yeah.
have to quickly produce a card and they don't have time to, like, as we've seen in this article, maybe they don't have time to find an illustrator and get them to do it real quick, so they just slap on the artwork super quick to make it allow them to have that slot in a set or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, there was a Cryogonal in Unified Minds that used just generic stock artwork. So it does still happen. My guess is maybe like the artist fell sick, couldn't complete the contract,
something like that,
or maybe they just couldn't come to sort of an agreement.
Maybe, or yeah, maybe it could have been like he drew really bad artwork. I wonder if that ever happens where they like outright reject an artist, or like your art was not good here, we can't run with it. Be interesting.
I mean, there's an aesthetic thing, right? Because like there are some artists that produce artwork really in the TCG that I were like. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
there's some artists that are really out there with their artwork, and it's like interesting to see how creatures would even talk to them about having the Pokemon be on model or whatever when their style is like really crazy.
It's like those legs are all jelly-like and 20 times longer than they should be. Maybe that's not the model.
Yeah,
and yet it gets made on the card anyway. I don't know. They give certain artists a pass, I think.
Mm-hmm. Depending on their style. All right, and then we have two more stories for the week. We're getting a new Pokemon TCG gift box in March that's going to come with 7 promo cards, 6 booster packs, a set of vinyl stickers, a squishy, which are like these little plush things that you can squeeze when you want to kill someone and you're frustrated, and a mini portfolio and a code card. It's also supposed to come with a premium box, and I actually think this is going to be a tin. So, like a collector chest tin sort of thing, but this is all preliminary information. It changes all the time. So, we don't know yet. And then we're also going to get, new EX Deluxe battle decks. And they'll also release.
I wonder what they'll put in for these.
Oh,
maybe they'll be the alternate arts for the Venusaur and Blastoise. I don't know anymore.
Could be. I don't know. They'll release on March 22nd for $19.99. The last ones we had were like Quackfall EX and Radiant Greninja, and then Meowscarada EX and Radiant Alakazam. They're deluxe decks because they have like 3 special cards in them, like 2 EXs and then a Radiant Pokemon. So it'll be interesting to see what they do now that we've kind of moved on from Radiant Pokemon.
We haven't moved on from Radiant Pokemon.
Well, I mean, they're
very, very important.
Well, I mean, we haven't had new ones in such a long time.
Well, no, the mechanic isn't getting any new cards.
Yeah,
but they're still very relevant.
Oh,
to deck building.
Yeah. That's
I think that's why they were included in these 2 decks, because these are both Scarlet and Violet decks, but they're still important for the archetype, so they absolutely belong.
And then the last story of the week was just this enhanced.
We're just breezing through it.
Yeah, just this enhanced 2-pack blister featuring Palmot from, how do you pronounce it? Palmot
from Paldea Evolved.
Okay, yeah, and it'll probably be a Galaxy holofoil print of this Palmot from Paldea Evolved, and it'll come with 2 booster packs, a coin, and a promo releasing January 5th. Such a random product to release, especially.
I wonder if the reason they don't let our regular holos be Cosmos is because then they wouldn't have anything to bribe us with when they do these generic
that's literally exactly the reason. The Galaxy holofoils are saved for promos to make them more special. And then
Cosmos is just better.
It's going back to that whole discussion we have every few weeks about like if things are too special, then they're not worth chasing. So it's like using that special paper on promos makes you want to buy those products. Whereas if it's in a set, using the more bland Scarlet and Violet.
Well, I mean, it doesn't make me want to buy the product. That's the problem.
Oh, no, wait, sorry.
It's not enough. It's still a generic crap card.
Oh, yeah. But for collectors, it's printed on the Galaxy holofoil paper, so that makes them want to buy it. And I think it's for like little kids too. It's like, oh, they're in the store and they see like this Pikachu clone on a card at the, check lane, and they just want to grab it. And I don't know. Anyway. So is that it for the? Yeah, that's it for the week.
I think it is. We had a lot of. I was just going to point out the article program stuff because there's been a lot of articles this week. I noticed. We've had some great articles dropped this last week.
What am I trying to say? All of the money that the article program makes goes right back into it. So I told them like, let's. I said there's been a lot more subscribers lately, so let's do more articles. So that's what we're doing now, and I hope we can do even more. I hope we can the article program took a big hit during the pandemic because nobody was playing, but now people are coming back, so we can do more articles.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. We have some great great article writers. And
even I enjoy reading them, and I'm not even into the competitive scene. But so that's it for the week. We maybe might get the format rotation announcement next week.
Maybe. We'll see. It's going to be within the next couple weeks for sure. But we'll probably get it fairly soon. And
then we should also get... I was going to say Ancient War and Future Flash. That's not right. What's the next two?
Now you've got
Cyber Judge, Wild Force. We should be getting news of Cyber Judge and Wild Force within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Those are going to become our, what set was it again? We just talked about this last week. Temporal Forces. Yeah, that's right. So those will for sure become part of our Temporal Forces set in March. And we should be getting the first news of that and the official news of that in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We were speculating that they'll have Walking Wake EX and Iron Leaves EX, but that's just speculation. So hopefully
it'll be cool.
I'm hoping December is not going to be a quiet month, but maybe these next 2 weeks might be. But I've got a lot of news stories that I've been wanting to post that have been on the back burner a bit. So this is the chance to post them. So, all right. So I think that's it for the week. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Yeah, just real quick. This weekend we have the Stuttgart Regionals. So if you are in Stuttgart or going to be, best of luck to you.
Where is that?
And then Germany, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Now I want to double check because
how do you pronounce it? Stuttgart?
Stuttgart, I believe is.
Stuttgart?
I'm probably butchering it.
Stuttgart.
I was apparently butchering
the other one.
They're
hard to. These are hard names to pronounce for Americans.
Stuttgart. It's something along those lines. You'll understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about at the very least. And then next week is even crazier because it's San Antonio Regionals.
Nice.
And for those who are not aware, I am from San Antonio. So
they should go meet you. Go say hi.
If they're going to be at San Antonio Regionals, I'm more than willing to meet people. I will be teaching people how to play the trading card game at First Steps. So if you are not yet learned in the ways of playing the Pokemon trading card game, you can come learn from me or from one of my awesome teammates. We'll be there most of the day, each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nice.
And then while I'm not working First Steps, I'll of course be kind of around the venue, meeting people, saying hey, and then probably playing at some side events.
Are we getting any regionals in California coming up?
Let's look. So let's look at...
I might go just to have fun and play in a side event or something.
So TCG Legends is the site I've been using a lot lately for finding out what's coming up. It is the easiest way to do that. So your next one is Los Angeles in May.
Wow, here in LA. Wow. Oh, yep. Watch it be during what's that 3-day weekend? Is that when it's going to be?
It's the 24th through the 26th.
Oh, I hope that's not when I'm going camping. Dang it. I hope not. I'm going to Yosemite in, I think, May. But anyway, cool. All right. Is there anything else to talk about? Anything coming up? I can't think right now.
No, I think that's it.
Cool.
We had a nice quickie. It's a quick and over with for this week, and nice and easy.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, say star you if you watched the whole thing. Although this episode wasn't as long, but say in the comments star you if you watched it. I don't have the plush on me. It's in the den. I have all 151 plushes.
Also, for all those who said Blue Awesome last week, thank you so much. It makes it it's a load off our minds to know that people are actually watching toward the end, are actually listening to the whole thing. Sometimes, you know, we post these videos and they don't get that many views, they don't get that much interaction. It's like, okay, well, are people even listening? Are people even watching this?
Yeah.
But it's great to see that yes, you are.
Oh, I just have fun doing it. I don't care if people are watching or not. This is like a phone call, our weekly phone call.
It kind of is. It's like calling Holmes, like, hey,
yeah,
you all right?
Maybe we should do things like where we show off our latest cards or something at the end of the shorter episodes. Or let's see, what do I have right here in my drawer? Okay, I've got a Diamond and Pearl Arceus deck box from back in, I don't know, Gen 4 maybe, when I was in Japan. It's just sitting right here right now. Let's see what else.
All right.
I have a.
So this is almost painfully appropriate for me.
What?
Ready for this?
What?
I have these on my desk, literally.
Oh, I love that.
It's Oddish.
Oddish cards.
I can't go in the right direction.
It's
Oddish, and Erica's Vileplume.
Yeah, you've got the Rocket Oddish, the base set Oddish,
rather.
is that Fire Red Leaf Green Oddish? On the
it's Perfume.
And Erica's
it's like weirdly slow and mirrored for me because I'm watching through your.
Is that Fire Red Leaf Green set Oddish?
I am not sure. I don't think that's the right set.
What year is it?
It is 2005.
Okay, yeah, I think that is. What else do I have? I've got so much. I have so much stuff. I really need to organize all this. I don't know what else it is.
It is Unseen Forces is the set.
Oh, okay, I was wrong. Anyway, I don't want to rummage through all this right now. I'm gonna mess up a wire.
Ooh. And my mail came in too.
Oh, you got Iron Valiant EXs.
Yes.
I just told
that way I can finish building the deck and then never play it like I always do.
One of my cousins just contacted me and said she needed to buy a like a $30 Pokemon product for one of her friends' kids. So I told her to get the Roaring Moon box. Was that a good suggestion? Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Roaring Moon or Iron Valiant. They're both. I think one of Roaring Moon's pretty decent in Lost Box at the moment, so that's a pretty good pick if they're playing at all. Yeah.
All right.
Roaring Moon also just looks really cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's it for the week. Well, let's think more about like what we can do when we have shorter episodes. We can talk about history or something, or show off cards, or I don't know, do something like that. We'll think
just
about
have a live therapy session.
Yeah.
One of us will just.
I need it.
It's like I don't think we want to traumatize the viewers.
Why not? They're probably all adults.
You said why not, and my immediate instinct was Buffett.
Yeah, why not? Have you seen that episode of the anime?
The Why Not Wobbuffet? Yeah, it's too good.
Why not? Wobbuffet. Anyway. All right,
we're rambling.
Yeah, we're rambling. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week.
Have a good week.
And put on Christmas music. I want to say one thing. So I never do the holidays anymore because I'm old now and I'm like an old fart. But like it's so fun to put on I tried it this year and I'm actually happier. Like put on Christmas music, make hot chocolate. You know, do the Christmassy things or the holiday things or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. Get into it. You know, it's fun because it's fun to live. It's fun to live.
Not to poo-poo your joy, because I'm glad you're getting joy out of it. But I work in retail, and so hearing anything remotely Christmas makes me want to shove my head through the wall.
Yeah,
a brick wall, preferably.
Oh, yeah.
I am so tired of anything related to the holidays.
And then I'm just sitting here like enjoying life and whatever.
I'm glad somebody gets joy out of it because it's like
sorry.
Torture.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you did probably deal with Black Friday.
I used to be a person like you that could feel things about the holidays.
I
took a retail work to the knee.
I haven't felt anything for the holidays in years. I think since like 2008 when my grandma passed away, like I haven't really felt anything about the holidays. But like this year, I'm really trying to get into it, and it's nice to be like grounded to a time once in a while. So like listening to the music and whatever, it's like helps make memories, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. We're both always sleep deprived. rambling. We're constantly sleep deprived.
Anyway, you've been listening to the Poke Beach podcast on YouTube or Spotify, and hopefully you're still here at this point. If you are, again, star you.
Now say star me. Say star me.
Star me, because the conversation has
Yeah.
evolved. So star you and star me. But
be
I'm
sure
Justin
to
Basil. Yeah,
be sure to
subscribe, do all the
comment,
things.
subscribe, do all that, and I still need to get this on Apple Podcasts, but I don't have.
Yes.
But it does. I don't have any Apple products, so it doesn't let me. So you have to do it.
I thought what your friend was going to do it, wasn't he? Or
No,
is
it didn't
not working
work
for him?
It didn't work. No.
Well, I wonder if it's going to work for me then.
No, I don't know why it didn't work. Okay. All right. Well, see you guys. Have a good week.
Yeah.
Bye.